Yo, what is up, good people? This is the Kid DC Wrestling here to bring you all with your March 25th, 2022 edition of Friday Night Smackdown. Now, before I get into the Smackdown review, man, if you haven't checked out my last video on WrestleMania 28, I recommend you go check that out. But also, man, before I get into this review, man, I want to talk about the game. Triple H, obviously, man, earlier today, Triple H announced his retirement from in-ring competition due to his little, heart, cardiac thing he had. And honestly, man, Triple H, love him or hate him, you can't admit the fact that the man's had a great career in wrestling and definitely, man, future Hall of Famer. Well, I mean, he's already a Hall of Famer, but solo inductee definitely will be inducted next year. Most doubt Hall of Fame first ballot. But again, man, really good career from Triple H. So, good, if I'm Triple H, I'm satisfied, with my career in WWE and what I've done. It sucks, but not gonna because, Triple H, there's so many more dream matches that he can do. Like I know with Cody coming back, they could have done that, or him and AJ. But, it's all right. And I think it's quite fitting that his last WrestleMania match was with Dave Bautista and his last official singles match was with Randy Orton, considering, the history with Evolution, all that good stuff. But tonight, SmackDown was hosted in Brooklyn, Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York City. And of course, man, Brock Lesnar is like, well, we start the show off with Brock Lesnar. He's outside of Roman's locker room. And Kayla's like, Brock, what are you doing? And Brock's like, well, you see, according to my contract, I can't attack Roman unless I'm, provoked. So I'm just going to walk in here, be in Roman's locker room and wait. And he does. And he starts smashing stuff throughout the night as we're seeing as Brock is waiting for Roman to come out and stuff like that. So that is just so hilarious in my opinion. Like just so hilarious. But Cowboy Brock is crazy, but awesome. He's awesome. All right. So we kick things off, man. First match of the night. One half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jimmy Uso, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought this was a really good opener, man, from both, man, back and forth. But we see towards the end, man, Nakamura taking advantage of the distraction because Jimmy was, dealing with his brother outside because his brother was going with Rick Boogs. But Shinsuke get the win, man. And, of course, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs, which that'll probably be next week's match, Rick Boogs and Jey Uso, trying to get as much advantage as they can heading into their match at WrestleMania. So, yeah. We do see, well, since we're bringing up Brock Lesnar, we do see Roman Reigns. He's talking about, he and Paul Heyman, the wise man, was like at a steakhouse or something, but they're coming in that arena, and when they see Brock, it's on. And, of course, speaking of next week's Friday Night SmackDown, WrestleMania Friday Night SmackDown, they're going to do an Andre the Giant Battle Royale, and Ricochet will defend his Intercontinental Championship against Humberto Carlito and Angel Garza in a triple threat match. I can see why they put the Andre the Giant Battle Royale on Friday Night SmackDown. The Andre the Giant Battle Royale is kind of pointless, so might as well just put it on WrestleMania Friday. And Ricochet, well, hey, it's still WrestleMania weekend, and it should be a really good triple threat match next week for the title. All right, so our next match, we get Ridge Holland taking on the returning King Xavier Woods. Obviously, Woods has been out a while now, an injury, but he's officially back now. It's good to see Xavier Woods back. I can't really give this big match of a rating because, Woods rolls Holland up for the win, so this is kind of a short one here. But, Xavier one gets the win in it, gets the W in his return, so again, good to see, Xavier was back. We get Ronda Rousey coming out. She basically talks about how she's gonna, beat Flair and how she's gonna make her tap out and stuff like that. And Flair mocks her and laughs and says that if Ronda says that if Flair beats her at WrestleMania, it will be hands down the biggest one of Flair's, career. But that's not gonna happen because I'm gonna tap you out, man, Ronda, I love Ronda, okay, but one of the big pet peeves with Ronda since, her entire run WWE is that she just haven't really been that good in cutting promos. I think Ronda would definitely maybe benefit if she had someone maybe cutting their promos for her. Hell, put her with Paul Heyman, make her the female Brock Lesnar or something. But, this promo, I wasn't really digging it. You know, I've said it before and I said it again. I don't really find babyface Ronda to be believable. I think Ronda Rousey needs to be presented as this badass who will just destroy you. And, you know, maybe we'll see that after our program with Charlotte's over, but I don't know. All right, so we had a championship contenders match. Ricochet defeating Angel. Ricochet taking on Angel. And yes, Angel gets the win there. And then solid match. But then we get another championship contenders match. Humberto Carlito taking on, Ricochet. And Humberto, wins by countout because Angel holds Ricochet's leg. So that's why I said there's going to be a triple threat match for the title next week at WrestleMania Friday. So yeah, now we see we see Theory making quick jabs at McAfee. So McAfee gets up and chases Theory to the backstage area, but Theory goes to Vince's office and McAfee is just like beating on the door and just yelling some more. So that was a pretty cool little segue there with Theory and Pat McAfee. Their match should be pretty good at Mania 2. By the way, WrestleMania predictions are coming out this Sunday and NXT Stand and Deliver Saturday. Both predictions. So yeah. But we got a Fatal 4-way match, man. We got Zelina Vega taking on Sasha Banks, taking on Rhea Ripley, taking on Shayna Baszler. I thought this matchup was pretty good for what it was worth. But, of course, Sasha Banks gets the win there. So, yeah, of course, she taps out Zelina Vega. So, I think that should be a clear reminder on who's going to walk out with the Women's Tag Team Championships next weekend. So, yeah. All right, so, man, like I said, man, we got Roman Reigns. So, Roman Reigns finally shows up to the building. And basically, this is my yard, acknowledge me. And Brock's he calls Brock's out. Brock's in the locker room. Brock's destroying his car. Roman's like, man, I got dozens of other, vehicles and stuff like that. That don't hurt. And Brock's like, oh, I know. And then Brock comes to the arena, comes to behind the crowd, has the chair, attacks the guards, and that's how SmackDown ends, man. So that feud is, it's been something, man. Yeah. So pretty good episode of SmackDown tonight. I thought it was a really good episode of SmackDown tonight, man, as we're getting closer and closer to WrestleMania. And I was SmackDown again. So I hope you guys enjoyed my SmackDown review again. Tomorrow, Saturday, NXT Stand and Deliver predictions, and then WrestleMania 38 predictions. I'm going to be combining night 1 and night 2 together. That's coming out Sunday. And then, yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe to the channel. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And so, yeah.